All right, so we are setting up a direct audit lab. In the previous video, we introduced the series and we installed Centrify Direct Manage to get Access Manager. Access Manager, when you run it for the first time, will try to initialize itself, right? And a part of the initialization process would be to generate the Centrify deployment structure. And like I said in the previous video, the Centrify deployment structure is basically an OU that contains different um, sub OUs and containers, and it allows you to consolidate all the information in a single place, just in case you need to enforce delegation. So the way this is typically deployed, this GUI here calls a script called deploy that exists under, if I go to my file system, it exists under program files, Centrify, and actually it says program files for 64-bit, Centrify, and then Access Manager, and there's going to be a deploy folder, PowerShell command here. So what does it do? So deploy, it allows you to get different parameters that may not necessarily, this GUI here is relatively limited based on what deploy can do. So you have the ability to do more things like, I want to set it up for direct audit, which is exactly what I want to accomplish. So let me go ahead and copy the path because I want to be able to run this. And so I think this should do it. If I double quote it, let PowerShell do the rest. So let's see, or maybe I can just switch folders. That's probably a better strategy. All right. So what we would do is, we're going to run deploy PS1, and it takes several parameters. Like for example, one of the parameters is the name. So that's the name of the OU to be created. So I would say minus name, it would be Centrify. And then one of the other parameters is going to be the path. I'm going to put things in the root, so I don't need to deal with at the end. But the structure that I want is enterprise. So it's going to be an enterprise. And I think that should do it. The only thing that I need to make sure is that my user has advanced full control in the OU that I can do it. In this lab, I'm using a report practice, I'm using a domain administrator, but in the real world, most likely you would have to coordinate with your domain administrator to get advanced full control on an OU. Full control won't do it. You need to get advanced full control. So now I'm gonna go ahead and run it. And here it is, it's actually done. So if I refresh, here's the Centrify OU structure. And, in here, basically there's a direct audit OU, which is different if you do a standard version. So that being done, now, I have my licenses container, which is what I'm going to target to put my installation on. So that's out of the way.